Alright, it's Big Cat back with another episode of Digimon CyberSleuth story, I guess. Yeah, Digimon CyberSleuth story or Digimon story CyberSleuth. Anyway, um, like I said, after this episode, I will start cutting out all the extra battles that aren't really needed and also minuing time. But for right now, I'm leaving it in because it's the first two episodes. Gives everyone a chance to see all the stuff and the graphics before um I start, I guess, cutting it out and seeing it as unnecessary. Um, there is one thing I will let you know is that later on in the series I do quite a bit of grinding through a weird method, and I'll mostly, if I remember correctly, I think I showed those Digimon. When I do, I'll like make sure you can see it so you can see what team I'm going through with it. But right now, it's on to way later. So it's all Gucci. Watch if we get sued for saying that word. I'm going to do a catch up just in case for some reason you don't remember the events of the last episode or you're just joining this episode for the first time. Our blue self right there, who was not a very smart person, decided that we wanted to get Digimon. We got Digimon, then we got attacked by what technically is unknown right now as an eater, but is an eater. And it stole what seems like something from us because we don't have a body anymore, but we're still cyber. But Kyoko kind of goes into more detail, so if you want to keep with her, just read what she's saying. She goes into details about the aspects of what could or could have not happened.
壊れたデータの怪人のような姿に変化した。いずれにしろ奇妙奇天烈な話ではあるが、目の前にまさしく摩訶不思議な姿をした君がいる。
Yeah, I remember when I was first playing this, I was really weirded out by this. And I was like, also this is a children's Digimon game, which I'm just like, if this is for the little small people, why is it so kind of dark already in a sense? Can you imagine like what must be going through your character's head at the time that they just basically lost their body for God knows why? Me personally, I couldn't. It would be pretty teen. Well, actually, I don't even know what I would do in this situation. What I do? The reason I say this is because, again, I know a little bit more into it, and he gets a few abilities that he can get with his body in this state, which they'll go into a little bit later. But, actually, question of the day, I guess. If your body ended up going to the same thing as he did, what would you do? Honestly, I don't know. And follow it up if some random person like Kyoko offered you to a ride to theoretically try and help you, would you go? In my case, I probably wouldn't. That's only because like the introverted part of me would just say no. But even then, from a logical standpoint, I don't know you, and you're out offering to help for no apparent reason. It leads me to think that you may have caused it. Not saying that you're born naturally good, but it's one thing to be like, hey, let me help you, or give you food, or give you money. It's another thing when it's like, my body's gone, I'm a blue mess, and now you want to help me out. Because then I feel like you may have had something to do with it in the first place. But that's just mere conjecture on my part. しかし、君は私の声を聞き、ソファーに腰掛け、会話している。現実世界の物理法則に従っている証拠だ。 he like lost his body, he can somehow sit and still speak even though his body is basically digital. It's a pretty weird aspect to think about. Just because technically speaking, if you were digital, you shouldn't be able to interact with things that are physical, because digital, well, what really defines something as being digital? I mean, this feels like the late Midnight Channel type thoughts. クーロンの放置データの中にアバターパーツのデータが見つかれば上々なわけだ。 You think about it like, say you had a hologram thing and those are digital, you can put your hand through a hologram or the little images they have, and technically you can go through it because it's considered digital in that aspect. But in this case, he's actually digital, but not really. なんだ? テレビがどうかしたか? こっちよ。飛びなさい。 Yeah, we have a bad habit of just following people when they say just do something. I don't know if it's a we're a good boy type of thing, or if we're just not very smart per se. You know, the whole idea of don't talk to strangers. We epically failed that. Oh yes, and because I'm in the digital world, Digimon starts following me because his adorable self wants to follow me. Also, I think I remember that mon. Doesn't it evolve into like Ugatsumu or something like that? That one like really shy kid when Digimon had. Like the more I like, cause when I was playing through, as some of the memories came out. Cause I used to watch Digimon as a kid. I like some of the stuff. But mainly, it was mostly the movie though that I watched. But I did. I think I want to say I watched like maybe a few episodes of like the actual original TV show. Like some of the characters in the movie that I remember. Like I remember that Bodomon over there that it could evolve into Koromon and then some other stuff. I remember that guy because that was in the movie. Just still need to go and rewatch it. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. Also, another aspect to think about when like watch. Again, this is me like going back over this. This is his first time going through this area, and I know you can use the excuse that he was, technically speaking, he was just roaming around until he finds his destination because this is technically connecting area. But my whole thing is just he shows like. I mean, technically speaking, you can't really show signs of fear in the situation, I guess, but she seems like perfectly okay with this whole situation. It seems kind of odd. Like you decide to follow someone you shouldn't follow, and then you jump into the cyber world because you can. And then now you're just perfectly okay with this. Also, Kyoko just found us in like 5 seconds. Yeah, so if you couldn't tell, Kyoko is a pretty smart tech genius. Um, yeah, she's really, really smart, and it comes back to play multiple times throughout the story. But I feel like that show we had like that really, really smart character that like just has all the answers. I feel like she doesn't really fall into that because like don't get me wrong, she still has a lot of the answers, but she's also not like some wizard that just can do everything and anything. There's like actual logic behind what she says, and it also has like some type of, how do I put it, spin on it to where it's more like it feels perfectly okay for her to be as she is. Like you can figure that she's just smart because of who she is. It's weird seeing to say that. And it sounds weird, but it's like you seen the shows where you have that character who's always smart. And you're just like, oh, whatever, because it just seems stupid. But some characters, like it feels like the character's actually what they're supposed to be. So I don't know. Maybe it's just because again, like I said, she's like my second favorite character, or third, second or third. I can't remember. No, I think I said she's my third favorite character because I think it was Arata. Actually, now knowing the whole story, I actually think I want to put Arata third and then her second, and then the first character still hasn't shown themselves yet.
知らないなら知らないで特に問題ないわ。今のところはね。時が来ればおのずと知ることになるはずだから。私があなたを呼んだ。それは少し違うわ。
Also, Muriel is going to be a character we interact with quite a bit going into the game. Without spoiling too much, she's a fortune teller, and that really goes more into her into Hacker's memory to actually see more of that side here. There's a lot of times in Hacker's memory you have to actually go back and talk to her, and she tells you what to do, which feels alright, but it's kind of strange because in this game, your character is more or less guided by other people, but it feels like in Hacker's memory you are primarily guided by Muriel. I don't know why I was about to call it Muriel. I can say you pronounce her name. I am terrible at pronouncing names, you can't tell, so my apologies if I failed quickly. Also, Digifarms are broken. I'll say that much. I mean, they're not really broken, but they're broken. Also, in this game, unlike Pokemon games, you really need money, because everything is expensive in this game. I actually feel like in this game like a broke high schooler. Also, that's supposed to be like the network battle stuff. I will probably not do that because I don't feel like they have online battles going on anymore. Because this is a kind of an old game, and even if they do, to get like an actual proper team like all set up and everything like that, it's too much work. If you can't tell, I'm a lazy bear slash cat slash both. I don't know, but it's too much work. Also, Miri, I don't call her. We're just calling her M. No, screw up calling her M. M also just randomly gives you hacking abilities. It gives your body the ability to hack, and it's just like, why does she have the ability to do that? Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, I get she's a fortune teller, and I get she's also unique in a sense, but yeah, I don't understand how she's able to just give you the ability to hack. I mean, I guess technically speaking, it's through the Digimon that do it, because you're gonna find out later on this game requires you to have Digimon use certain skills, and I found that out the hard way later on at a certain point. But yeah. She just randomly gives you the ability to hack, and these hacking skills you get, I think, more on later on, if I remember correctly. In this game, it's not like Hacker's Memory, you just get all the skills up front. In the this one, you get them over time, and the skills kinda make your life slightly easier, sometimes harder. It really just depends. Because the reason I'm saying slightly easier, slightly harder, because for like certain abilities, you have to have a certain Digimon type with you. If you don't have the type, then you can't really do anything. And if you didn't really know that, you may, like, for an example, ability that comes in later is like the copy and scan ability. And to use a copy and scan ability, you have to, or copy and paste, I think it is. No, copy scan. You just go copy scan. You have to have a data type Digimon. And if you don't, which I didn't, you have to get one. It's just like, but why though? So, also yes, Kyoko does actually know M. know what's interesting? She also reminds me of that one character. I think it's Lana from Phoenix, right? She reminds me of Lana quite a bit. I think, I mean, just because the clothes she's wearing and the glasses on top of her head, I think that's the reason why she reminds me of her. I think I have to double check. Also, you're gonna see this quite a bit in this episode. Um, Friends can message you, so can your Digimon too. If the Digimon says something kind of funny and I can keep it in there, then I will probably show it from now on. But like I said, this is the last episode. You get to see like a lot of menuing stuff. Otherwise, I'm taking most of that stuff out because, I mean, personally, to me, if I was like pretending to watch my own videos, I wouldn't necessarily want to see all the menu. I kind of want to just see gameplay. I understand the menu is like important to see from time to time, but I'd rather just see more gameplay than just menuing. So that's the way I'm going to take it as. But let me double check if it's. So it's not Lana. It has to be her. It has to be the sister then, because I know it was they were sisters. There we go, Emma. Yeah, no, Emma does look definitely similar. Not all the way, because I guess Emma's a little bit more dressed better. I want to say, I guess, especially when she's older, not younger. But the older version of her looks really similar to Kyoko. I wonder if they got inspiration from Emma. Remember, Emma was like a scientist in the sense that she was actually pretty smart. So, yeah, no, I was thinking of Emma, but for some reason Lana was the one that came to mind. But they are sisters, so it's not too far off the bush to hit. Sorry for anyone who's a Phoenix Wright fan, I got that wrong. You just heard me speak about that for like 5 minutes straight, and I was getting that horrifically wrong. Sorry. Accept my apology. Yeah, so Alright, so types and attributes, so talking about you need like basically all different attributes for different reasons because of your hacking skills. But aside from just that though, this game is not as hard as Hacker's Memory is. Because Hacker's Memory like kinda expects you to understand how CyberSleuth is played and expects you to be quick to the uptake and understand everything and already know how to play it in battle and stuff like that. And the reason I say that is because like in Hacker's Memory, I lost a fight within like the first hour of playing, whereas in CyberSleuth, I don't remember ever actually losing a single fight in this game. Which, I mean, technically I should have died there, but it's called the Protect Power. Also, another thing too about good about Digimon, whenever you level up, you automatically it was not paying attention. You automatically get a full recovery if you level up, which comes very helpful later on because some of these dungeons in this game are hella long. And then right now I do a little bit of grinding because I'm trying to get the boys get the game together, so that way I have an actual team of Digimon and not just Terriermon trying not to die out here. Because I realized I might need extra Digimon. So, like I said, in the future you will not see grinding from me like this ever again. But right now I'm only doing it just because I'm trying to make sure I can make a team. At least I think. I know I grind a little bit in this future, but I think it's done here after I think I'm going to the Digilab armor correctly. Like I said, I've already played this game, and the footage you're watching is footage I recorded like nearly like 3-4 weeks ago, when I actually first before actually uploading anything, actually almost a month ago, because I was playing Hacker's Memory after that. So yeah, it was about a month ago. So I'm just a little bit I guess you can say slow to the uptake to get this videos finally out, but surprisingly in this game, story-wise, I didn't get too lost. There's a few times where I do get lost, only because of reasons, in a sense. And when I say reasons, I mean just like the story or line or like the quest line wasn't that clear. Also, the whole get it to 200% is it's mainly only talking about ABI. ABI is a weird stat that you actually need towards the end when you're like trying to get like the ultra level Digimon slash the ultra Digimon, and then like the special evolution on top of that too. Like for example, say if you wanted to try and get a Royal Knight Digimon, you would need to have like mostly what I've seen is like the minimum is like 80 ABI. I've never seen anything less than 80 ABI. And the only way to get ABI is by either giving them Miracle Meat, which or by devolving and evolving. Also, you reply. They normally will reply. Sometimes Digimon won't reply though, because they'll like just say like some weird thing and they won't reply to you. Now I have a team, and yes, unlike the recent Pokemon games, the follow system actually works, and you can have up to 3 of the guys follow you. Also, it's interesting too because when you have a partner, such as like either Yugo or any other characters that become partners later on, because I don't want to spoil it, they will actually follow you in game. Also, if you wanna, I don't know if I remember correctly, you ever actually fight that dude. I just think he keeps complaining that you're just not ready until after you do a certain event, and then they are like, oh, you're technically ready, so you can go down this pathway. Which I understand why they need to do is to keep you from exploring areas you shouldn't have access to just yet, but I feel like there's more creative ways to do it. Like just, I don't know, say the elevator is not working or something like that. Having a person just randomly sitting there and block your way is just kind of stupid. Just say, you could say, or not elevator, but just say the lift function right now is currently locked and cannot be accessed, or I don't know, there's a deadly virus right there right now. You can't go for it further. I don't like the fact that some random dude's just sitting there for no apparent reason telling me I'm not letting you through. It just seems kind of stupid over here. Yeah, but this game has a lot to do with evolving and de-evolving. Again, like I said, for ABI, and then you also have the other stat that's really annoying, which is CAM, which is basically camaraderie slash friendship. And some Digimon require that to be at like certain points, like I think to get Agumon you have to have like 25 camaraderie. Or I might be Gabumon. I think Gabumon you have like 25 camaraderie or something like that. Like it's just like stupid high. And then for other Digimon it also just depends. I mean, I say it's really not that high, but it's in the beginning of the game trying to get that is kind of annoying. But this is also kind of why I wish the game kind of slightly explained it better, but they kind of don't. They like kind of leave it vague, and a lot of times like look things up to understand this stuff, and it's just why? Why? The most annoying status on here is confused because you cannot control your Digimon at all. They're just going to randomly hit something. It could be anyone on your team, itself, or somehow the enemy. Also, another thing too, I guess is more just me nitpicking. I kind of wish they had more like people to like talk to in this area, only because I feel like this area seems abnormally barren. Even if it's supposed to be like a hacker's area, I feel like you still have hackers just roaming about and just being weird. But I don't even have that. It seems like it's just like such an empty area. Just like, why though? And also, you saw that was like a 1.5 damage boost. So they have not only just the data versus vaccine versus virus advantages, they also have the actual type advantages. And I still don't know this that well, only because like my mind is like fully stampeded by Pokemon, so that stuff's not leaving me that easy. But my understanding of it though is, well, there's like some simple types like wind versus rock, and then there's like fire versus water. You got electric versus, I forgot what electric. I think electric is strong against wind. I think, because I know grass is good against water. I think electric is strong against wind. And then you also have the combos, and then camaraderie, as stated before. But like I said, they don't really explain camaraderie like that well in this game. Same with ABI, they don't really explain it. Furthermore, another thing about ABI which I didn't mention too is the higher ABI stat is the higher you can add extra stat points to any of your other stats. So the way ABI works is, say you had 200 ABI, you could technically speaking reach a 200 stat total boost to multiple different stats together and raise those stats because of that boost. But you can only reach the ABI you have, so technically I use 200 because 200 is the max amount of ABI Digimon can get. Also, you can see that we finally got our body back, so we got our account info basically back. Which now that I think about it, kind of makes no sense, but that goes into spoiler territory of the game, so we'll not talk about that. You got the ambush.
君がいてくれてよかった。無理しちゃダメだよ。
But nothing too interesting. I understand why Pokemon family had the spotlight, because Pokemon's like more of the. I think everyone kind of like gets linked to. It was just like the more popular thing overall. I'm just really surprised that Digimon games never really picked up that well. Like I never knew this game came out until I randomly walked to a GameStop and just saw, oh hey, this game's only like $20. Wow, that's really cheap. It's 2 for 1. So I decided to pick it up just for the fun of it. But if you like compare it to Pokemon games, Digimon games, or at least the 2 I've played so far, because like I said, I've beaten both Hacker's Memory and CyberSleuth, story-wise, like completely destroy Pokemon games. Like the only game I can think of is that comes even close story-wise, it probably ended up being Colosseum and XD, and that's not really good-wise. I mean, technically, you could talk about Mystery Dungeon or even Pokemon Conquest. Those ones have unique stories aspects to them too that could potentially put them above the Digimon series, but to me, and this is like coming from just my point of view and what I've experienced, I still feel like they don't come close to scratching the surface, only because Pokemon games don't really allow themselves to get dark in a sense, whereas Digimon games don't really care. They'll get dark, and that especially goes back to even Digimon Survive, because Digimon Survive, in that game, from what I read and stuff, that people can actually die in that game. It's just like, oh, come on, when are you gonna do that? Digimon showing you up, when are you gonna do that? But like I said, I will be playing Digimon Survive once it drops, and the videos will be coming as soon as I can get them out. That probably won't be for like probably a week or so afterwards.
相変わらず物音一つ立てませんね、おじさん。
おっとすまん、またやっちまったか。
それと、その呼び方もいい加減改めてもらえませんか？子供の頃の呼び名ですよ。人前ではさすがに気恥ずかしい。
きょうちゃんこそいい加減諦めてくれないかい？俺にとっちゃきょうちゃんはきょうちゃんだよ。いくつになっても美人の凄腕探偵になってもな。
それでいつからそこに？どこまで話を聞きました？
今来たところだが、なんかまずい。
Since they're taking so long to introduce the character, this is another character who's also a detective. He is kind of important to the story. He plays more of an important role in Hacker's Memory, but he is a very rather important character. If I had to put it on the list, he'd probably be number 4.
紹介しておこう。こちらは又吉刑事。
Detective Matayoshi.
父の代からの付き合いで、旧知の仲だ。信頼も。
Again, like I said, he's only number 4 because like I'm just trying to rank all the characters personally. Now I remember my listing. It was Yugo that was number 2, and it was Yuko that was number 3. Yeah, no, I stand by that. Yugo number 2. Kyoko number 3. I don't want to say Yuko. Kyoko number 3, and then Matayoshi would definitely be number 4. Like you said, we haven't met the number 1 character for me yet.
それで何か事件ですか？依頼でしたらどうぞソファーにかけてお待ちを。今美味しいコーヒーを入れて。
いやいい。今日は依頼じゃない。コーヒーはいいよ。 エデン症候群の件で少し気になる噂を耳にしてね。
Well, so
きょう
even
ちゃん
some
も
of your
興味
others
があるんじゃないかな。
obviously would even affect it. Like I said, if you may have missed it or just don't remember, that's what the main character is affected with. That's why he's technically digital body while his real body is still in a coma.
この子なら大丈夫ですよ、おじさん。実はエデンに絡む特殊な関係者です。それにある種のスペシャリストになりうる素質があります。話を聞かせておくべきでしょう。
Also, it's kind of funny.
きょうちゃんのお墨付きなら問
This
題
is
ない。
slightly spoiler territory, so skip ahead like 10, 15 seconds. You don't listen to this part
エデン
about
症
the
候
next,
群
but
患者を隔離してい
you
る
become
例の特別
basically
病棟の噂だよ。
amazing hacker without actually ever becoming a hacker, and that goes back
未
to
来
like
の専門家さんには
when
エデン
Muriel
症
the
候
skills
群
she
の
gave
説
you,
明
it's
が
just
必要
like
かい？
お願
that
いしま
should
す。
not be the
エ
case.
デン症候群ってのはエデンを利用中のユーザーが突然意識不明になり
Again, this is slightly
その
more
まま
different
目
with
覚めなくなる奇病だ。
the
年々患者数が増えている
character
が
and hackers
原因、
that you
治
play
療
as,
法、
because
症状、
he
未だ多くが謎に包まれている。
he's an
セ
actual
ントラル
hacker,
病院には
albeit
エ
when
デ
you
ン症
start
候
as him, he's
群
like
患者の
kind
専
of
用
new,
病棟、
newbie,
特
and he
別
knows certain
病棟
things
が
he
あ
can
って
do, but even then still,
が
he's more of
妙
a
に情報統制が厳しくてな。 患
this
者の
main
家族も
character
立
in
ち入れない秘
CyberSleuth
密
will
の
ever
隔
be.
離施設があるとか。上白のイメージダウンになるのを恐れて事実を隠蔽しているんじゃないかなんて噂もある。今回の件も
And this is
噂
what
の
the
息を
game
出ない
tries to
類で
get you
はあ
to
るん
think
だ
that
が
kind of Shiro was bad, is behind
近くセン
everything,
トラル病院の
which
背後が動き出しそうだ。
I'm not gonna say it was, not gonna say it wasn't.
上白エンタープライズ
You'll
で
have to
す。
figure out your own.
ああ、セントラル病院は上白の息がかかっている。エデンネットワークの運営元である上白のな。発症患者の増加、症状の重篤化傾向、それらが明らかになりつつある今、上白が黙っているはずがない。普段の病院で人の出入りが激しくなっている。特別病棟のセキュリティも強化されるらしい。これは何かある。
ようやくですね。
ああ、やっとだ。
やはりコーヒーを入れてきますよ。景気よく乾杯といきましょう。
Oh, so I love Matayoshi's reaction to the coffee thing, which you'll find out why in a moment.
悪いが乾杯は
Which
また
will
の
be
機
the
会に
second
しよう。
question of the day.
じゃあまたな。君、きょうちゃんの入れたコーヒーには気をつけろ。特に色と固形物にはな。俺はいつかきょうちゃんのコーヒーを鑑識に回す日が来るんじゃないかと。そいつはシャレになんねえよな。
I mean, he's a real G though for telling you to watch out for that stuff.
聞いての通りだ。エデン症候群絡みの生きた情報は手に入りにくい。背後で上白の統制、そしてこれからさらにセキュリティは厳しくなる。エデンで異変が起き、異常な状態の君が現れた。タイミングを同じくして上白も動くという。これは偶然か？
I also do like, you know, about these games that they don't just like half-ass explain things, like they actually take the time to think about it and sit back before making a
私
move.
はこれからセントラ
That
ル
could
病
just be
院に向
more
かう。
to
セ
Kyoko's
キュリティ
character,
強化の前
but
に
even then
可
still,
能な限り情報を引き出す。
I do like
君もぜひ同行
how
し
they
てく
go
れた
about
まえ。
that.
君の状態に関する情報も得られるかもしれない。求めよ、さらば与えられん。叩けよ、さらば開かれん。いや、君の場合、開けごまが適当か？
Although Kyoko likes to break the laws like all the time. That's technically speaking, what you're about to technically do is considered breaking the laws. Also, the aspect I do like this game a lot too is that you don't just kind of pretend to get info freely. Like you actually have to search for info, and I think I mentioned it last time, but they really push it here too. I like it a lot. And the small things in video games just make me really happy. I like how proud he looks saying that. Yeah, so take speaking, I don't need to talk to everyone here because they give you like little keys to tell you who you really need to talk to like get info. But like I said, I was slightly new to understanding this game, but I get better. I promise. I promise. Also, now I'm watching this and thinking about this scene, everything that's about to happen soon. Um, and I actually have another question in my mind, which I'll ask once it pops up for me, be able to ask it. Because like I said, I don't like spoiling things, but yeah, but basically you just go around the hospital talking to people. But like you see how this is like filled with a bunch of people. You know, it's a hospital and it should be, but I feel like that's just how Kulao level 1 should have been, with just a few more people in that certain areas, just be able to talk to them, not because like talking to them is so important, but it's more just about the aspect of being able to talk to them. And then funny enough, for the special word, you can actually go to love, which is just can't actually get into the area. You'll see in a second. But this one seems just like I didn't even allow the elevator access to that room. We should have to have like a special key or something. This time I meant by breaking the law, because technically you need to hack into the area you're not really supposed to be going into, because why not? But yeah. Also, actually, I take that back. I did get lost here because I didn't realize where she meant for me to go. then I figured it out. I was like, oh, maybe I need to go to a floor that I'm not currently on. After a few tries of going back and eating, thinking that eating is supposed to be where I'm going. That's what I didn't think of. If for some reason he's like in the digital world, but then we have a massive power outage that skills the entire world. So basically anything that's internet related does not work because the power outage shuts down. Technically, theoretically, at that point, the internet's gone at that moment in time because everything's shut down. Would he die? I feel like he would die. If he was in the digital world, and that way, would he technically die because his body's digital, but because it's in the digital cyberspace, because it's been shut down, he should die, right? Or am I overthinking this? Also, the guy next to me, how did he not see me do this? Or that nurse, for that matter. You can see our first combo attack between the two little lovely boys.
みんなよく頑張ったね。
Yeah, I thought that was the way to go, was actually the opposite way. Also, this poses this question. So that is you laying there, because technically speaking, you're in eating syndrome, so your physical body is in a coma. So my whole question is, and I said I wanted to ask earlier, is how did Kamashiro get his body? Theoretically speaking, we don't know exactly where he passed out at, and we can assume it was either at one of the street things that allow you to get into Eden, or he was in like his house. Because technically they don't tell you where he logged into Eden at. He technically could have done it from multiple different places. And my whole thing is, and actually going back to an even further step back, is his parents, which you find this out a little bit later, his parents actually aren't at home, they're overseas. So he's basically living by himself. How the hell did Kamashiro get him? How the hell did Kamashiro even get his body? It doesn't make any sense. The more you think about it, there's no way he should have had his body.
どうしてあなたがここは関係者以外立ち入り禁止のはずです。入り口は一つ。警備員が厳しくチェックしている。
And like all
どうやって
anime
入ったの？
protagonists, we get caught.
警備員に何
We're
かした？
breaking the law.
一体何者なの？
And they get questioned by a girl wondering how the hell we did it.
質問を質問
The
で
law
返
of
さない
anime.
でください。ひょっとしてクレミ？そうですか。エデン症候群について調べに来た。何か聞きたいことはありますか？質問があれば答えます。誤解しないでください。痛くもない腹を探られたくない。潔白。私は上城に世話
This
になってい
character
る人間
does
ですから。
become an important character later.
少
If I had to put her on the list, she would probably be
治った人がいた。私が知っている人で最も長くて8年眠り続け
fifth,
て
I
います。
guess. Yugo, Yuko, or I mean,
きっと大丈夫です。
Nameless, Yugo, Yuko, and
It's
Nameless is not the character's name. I'm just saying
Kitto
Nameless
Nameless
to fill the spot.
待つし
So
かないのです。
Nameless, Yugo. Why do I keep saying Yuko? Kyoko,
どうなるって
Matsuyoshi,
見て
yeah,
の
should
通
be
りで
fifth.
す。エデン症候群の患者は皆一様に昏睡状態になる。それ以外の症状は聞いたことありません。違った症状の人を知っているんですか？この患者です。最近運ばれてきた患者ですね。数日前にはいなかった。何かこの人あなたに似てませんか？そうですか。でも他人の空似にしては。それは誤解です。上
Also,
城も
this girl
エデン
likes
症候群
Kaneshiro a
を
lot.
治療したいんです。そのためにこうして
Kamishiro.
特
I
別
want to
治
say
療室だって
Kana,
用意した。
Kamishiro a lot, so
専門医たちが
she
治
tries
療
to
法
defend
を
them.
ずっと研究し続けています。
Also, something that kind of, not, I'm gonna say bothered me, was kind
誰
of
かが
interesting
不幸に
choice
な
that
るなんて
they kept just the Japanese voices through the game, and I don't realize, I don't think they ever, unless I just somehow just never knew, but I don't think they ever translated it into English, like for speaking
会話の
voices,
弾んでいる
which
と
would be
ころを
interesting.
邪魔してすまないが。
こんにちは、警備員さん。お仕事お疲れ様。
リエさん、今日は来ないはず。
And we have another
警備員さ
character,
んのたくましい
Miss
大
Rie.
丈
Rie. I want to say, I guess it's Rie.
リエ
Rie.
見て
Rie.
るだけでドキドキしてきちゃう。ああ、我慢できない。
岸辺様、仕事中ですので。
お堅いのね。
岸辺理恵。背後のお出ましか。上城の上役
And
が
we'll figure
何を
out
しに来たのか気に
who
なる
she
が。
is in a
必
moment.
要な
Yes,
情報は手
Rie,
に入れた。
Rie,
長いは無用。そこを出なさ
Kishibe,
い。
Kishibe, Kishibe,
おっと
Kishibe.
私では
Okay.
ロビーでお茶を。
Wow, I am forgetting all the names and how to pronounce them. Because they do actually pronounce names in, obviously, the game. I don't know why I'm blanking on it. But, yeah, she's just randomly here for a check. For unknown reasons. And if I had to put her on a list, she would probably be my number 2 most hated character.
ゆうこちゃん、お元気？
Number 1 would be Nokia.
リエさん、
And it's not just for story linkers, I just hate
入
their
院必要
characters.
停車のリストには
personally.
なかった。
I'll go more into depth in that later in the game, though, because it's not because of story reasons, but I don't like how their characters are in this story that makes any sense. Which they're really well-created characters, obviously. Like I said, this game has high regards, at least for me. I like it a lot, but
私が
there's
一人
things
で
that
い
still
るの
about
が
their characters
心
both
配
of them
な
I
んで
just
す
do
か？
not like.
なんかリエちゃんセンサーがビビビッときたのよ。またゆうこちゃんが暗い顔してる
But
ん
by
じゃないか
hearing her voice, you should easily figure out why am I
な。
not
ほ
like
ら、
her.
辛いでしょ。いろいろ。
別に。
なんかリエちゃんセンサーがビビビッときたのよ。またゆうこちゃんが暗い顔してるんじゃないかな。
別に。
ほら、辛いでしょ。いろいろ。
リエさん、今日は来ないはず。
あ お姉さんには分かっちゃうんだな。ところで、こんなところで何してたのかな。
いえ、別に何も。
ピクニック的な。
はい。いえ、違います。
ゆうこちゃん、なんか変じゃ
I
ない？
will say this, Kishibe is hella smart.
私たち
I
の
don't think she's on a level as Kyoko though, but she is hella smart.
いたりして、ひょっとして彼氏とか。
そんなこと。
それとも彼女さんかしら。ちょっと探してみたりして、あそこの部屋とかやらしい
Yeah,
じゃなくて、
like I said, I can give her a good pointer for Kishibe, how good character she is. I still just don't like how she speaks and her voice is just... Also, I was not paying attention to the fact that they actually introduced Yuko finally, but yeah, Yuko, if you couldn't tell, was the character. I kept saying their name non-stop repeatedly. Yuko, again, is a very interesting character, and she'll be coming to play more as the story progresses. She's a number 5 for me, only because I feel like they didn't properly finish her character's development, and how they finished it, she probably should have been number 1, honestly. It shows they didn't finish her character's actual development.
なんだ、誰もいないじゃない。でもゆうこちゃん、別に構わないのよ。
Yeah, but Kimishime, she probably knew that we as a character were there theoretically. You know, like I don't remember this ever actually get answered properly in the storyline, the actual main story, and if even in Hackers memory for that matter. So I'm pretty sure Kishibe probably actually knew we were there for a sense, but she just got outplayed though because of the bullshit ability we got out of nowhere, which is the connect jump. And as you can tell, Yuko's confused because she's wondering how the hell did we get out. But it's called quick thinking, cyber thinking. Yeah.
無理しちゃダメだよ。
That's something too. I wondered if everyone had access to Digimon in the real world, would our world start to change to like be like Pokemon, where it be like battles when you win money, or is it just gonna be more of a hack and ridden world, kind of like how the story is right now? Because the way Digimon are used in the game, personally, I think it would actually end up more like Pokemon. I don't know why, but my gut told me it'd probably end up more like Pokemon, where people would like battle Digimon, just make money off that shit. Unlike how Digimon actually is, where people just use them for hacking and basically crime. I mean, no one's wrong. If the world Pokemon came into existence too, people would probably still be using Pokemon for all sorts of crimes too. Because I mean, you have 3-foot bees. What can you not get away with a 3-foot bee? And you also got birds that are like the size of
自分の
Charizards. And
体
they
を
can just
外から見る
mug
衝
multiple
撃の
people
大
and
きさ
bring you
は
all the proceedings
想
of
像
what
に
they
難く
mugged
ない
them for.
体
There's
外離
just
脱
some
現象
you
の
got
一種と
Pokemon.
考
I'm only
えれ
talking
ば
about Pokemon that are
解
just
決
simple.
法もありそうだ
I'm not even talking about the legendary that some random
君は
10-year-old's gonna
エ
have.
デン症候群の未知なる
Can
症
you
状
imagine
を
just some
発
random
症し
10-year-old walking around with a
イレ
guarantee,
ギュラ
no?
ーな被害者なのだろう
Hell no. A Dialga for that
それ
matter.
が分かっただけ
Dialga
で
just
も
control time as
成
the
果は
time.
まずまず
I
と
don't
し
want
て
to
お
take
こう
this test. I'm gonna screw with your past so you never give me these
調
tests.
査は焦ってはいけない
Can you just
慌てて
imagine
も
that?
いけない
It
急ぎすぎて
pandemonium would
急
ensue
が
and
せ
it
す
would
ぎ
just
て
be
もい
the
けない
death of everything.
ただひたすらに粘り強く鉄頭鉄尾堅固な黒金のごとき忍耐力で当たれ父の言葉ださて本題だが君はこれからどうするつもりかな元の体に戻りたくはないか君の身に何が起きたのか真相を知りたくはないか
At this point, Kyoko's just basically bribing you with knowledge to
で
stay
は
with
決ま
her.
りだな私の助手としてここで働きたまえ
Which I think here she actually mentions briefly that she told your
依頼には
parents
エデ
already,
ン
so
や
they
電脳
know.
犯罪に関連した事件も多い仕事をこなしていくうちに手がかりもつかめるだろう
Which again to me is kind of weird because
安心しなさい君の素質は私が保証する
like I understand both parents being overseas to make money because just the work's over there, the jobs are there, etc., etc. But my whole thing was like,
電脳絡みの事件の
because
調査
you
に
talk to
これ
your,
以上
I
の
want
な
to
い
say your
適性を
mom
示している
throughout the story quite a bit.
期待してい
She'll
るよ
text you quite a bit, but you don't really actually talk to either your dad or actually talk to your mom where it's like a
よ
cutscene
し
or anything like
契
that, or
約成立君は
small
たっ
things.
た今から私の助手兼サ
You
イバー
never
スルース
really actually talk to her, and I feel like that was a
うん
understandable but
ソ
also
ファーに
weird
かけて
choice
待
to
って
go
いた
with
まえ
on the
コーヒーを入れてこ
story.
よう我々の前途を祝して乾杯と行こうじゃないか
And here comes the coffee.
海ぶどう粒あんコーヒー私の自信作
Seaweed
だ
red bean paste coffee. So, how many of you would drink
見
that?
かけも芸術的だ
I
が
would probably drink it
味も
once, but I
方
would
法
throw
も
up
また格
afterwards.
別だぞ
My whole goal is to try everything at least once, unless I know it's absolutely spicy. I can't do it spicy in this side wall, so if I know it's spicy, I'm not trying it. But I mean, I'll try this once. I mean, I know it would suck and I would fail epically at it, but I would try it. Anyway, with this being the end, Big Cat is signing out. Hope you have a good day and hope you come back for the next episode. Toodles.